lovely surprise for me. I didn't know that we've known Sunando for many years, and he's been part of our family, working with Kalpana, and even otherwise, we have known him for many, many years. So I wish him all the best for this film, and I feel honored that you've invited me specially for this occasion. Thank you.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please. Good evening, everyone, and I'm really privileged to be in the august company of Kalpana ji, Lalita ji, Nirmal ji, and everyone. And very proud to be here today because this is a very special film for me. And thanks to Sunil ji for making such a lovely film and being courageous enough to be a part of the film, and of course having a lot of confidence on Shunando to make such independent film, because nowadays producers are always in two minds about making good films. So I think this is a very positive approach from Mr. Bansal. Thank you very much, because we have to have a lot of confidence on our directors, otherwise the film can't be made. And the journey was stupendous, and I think it was a great journey with Shunando handling so many ladies together. And I believe that's an extraordinary way of handling things. And we had a great time shooting in Chandigarh, and that was one of the base points of a film. And we had a wonderful shoot in Bansalji's hotel in Turquoise. It was another marvelous experience, and the story is absolutely very challenging, and I think all the girls who is a part of this film has done a brilliant job, and I think they need a great applause. So we should, because every woman who has been portrayed in the film with their real character, with real flesh and blood, everybody has worked very hard to make this film. And I think that this movie will definitely make a difference in everybody's life. This movie has got very strong message, and Shunando has always penned down subjects which are a little different. And this is the first time I'm working with him. I'm really, really happy, performing in his same role. And then rest depends upon our audience. But our audience is absolutely very sensitive now, and they are going to take new kinds of movies. And today is the time to actually open up with new kind of ideas. So I believe that this talks about as much of the film now, because rest it has to be seen in the theatre. And thank you, Champak ji, for giving such great compliments about the songs. And Shunando has really tried hard to make the songs very believable and nice and melodious. And thanks to Riju giving such a beautiful score for the music. And rest you have to see next. And I thank everyone of Team Extraordinary. If I am missing any names, please, I want to apologize. We have another actor here, Abhishek. He has done a great job. And we have got a great cinematographer, and everything was absolutely great. So, well, who are the artists who are not here? We are missing them, but Extraordinary should become extraordinary. Thank you.
It's very exciting for me to have seen Shunando grow. He is as good as my own son. I still remember when I first met him. I was at my office in Natraj Studios, and it was a hot morning, and there came this skinny lad who had not even eaten his food or drunk water, and he came and said that, I've come from the pavements of Andheri station. And I thought it was a very dramatic Bengali statement, but it was not. And you must give him credit and a pat on the back that these 21 years with full emotional support behind him from his wonderful wife Shampa, this couple has struggled, believed in art, aesthetic, cinema, And Shunando's, I think this is his fourth film. He's done 2 in Bengali, 1 in Hindi before. But what I found very interesting was the choice, the subject. And as my mother and I were discussing in the car, Shunando is full of bright ideas and contemporary themes. What is important is, Ritu's right, we need to have enlightened finance. There is so much of talent around now, writers, directors, actors, and there is a maturity with the audience as well. There is of course the huge audience who will go for blockbuster cinema, but there is a niche audience which is growing who wants to see contemporary film with different ideas. And I was really very unwell, but I came here especially to meet Ritu because I'm such an admirer of hers. And I've been promising, I've been promising that we'll work together, but to be very honest, it is much easier to experiment and make cinema of your kind or your one's own kind in regional languages. In the Hindi language, it still takes a big effort to convince and create a proposal, inverted commas, and get onto the floor. You will notice directors of repute or talented directors having much more prolific work, whether they're from Bengal or Tamil Nadu or Karnataka or Kerala. And there are so many brilliant directors who are actually being edged out and sitting at home because of lack of enlightened funds. So let's hope 2015 will herald a new year, not only for Shunando, and it should help us to have many more Mr. Bansals in our life. And we shouldn't let go of him. Yeah, because the most important person is the producer, financer. And I'll share something with you. Years back, my late husband, Bhupen Hazarika, I looked at him and I said, what is this? Why is that Sanjay Leela Bansali? I think I'm as brilliant as him. I think I know cinema as much as he does, if not better. Why is it he keeps getting film stars and he keeps making films and I can't? He said, you can't do one thing which he knows how to do. How to attract finance. And that is something all of us filmmakers must know. How to be interesting producers, interesting filmmakers who sell their story, not just tell their story. Okay, thank you.
The film, the cast, the crew and the experience he had with us. Mr. Mitra.
The experience that he had with us, because Mahi has been a part of the film already. She played a very important character called Balanji Kaur, and she spoke CS Punjabi in the film. Anyway, I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Champa Jain, who had taken up the music for the film and in one meeting actually, and is releasing it all over India. And I sincerely thank Kalpana ji. I was her assistant, I'm still her assistant. So for taking out this precious time and coming here and spending the evening with us. Auntie, of course, because despite her age, she is very active. Still paints a lot, and I see them very often. Thank you so much, Auntie. Sunil ji, producer, managing director of KGM Productions Private Limited, for having faith on me. I went with the script and he immediately said yes. And Ritu ji, for doing the film for me, agreeing to the film. Okay, very few people work with new directors. And directors with no name on like small level. So thank you so much. I thank the entire cast and crew, Riju for this brilliant music, all the girls, all the extraordinaries who worked with us. Okay, we had some very good time over there in Chandigarh while shooting the film, and as well as in Bombay. A few of them are not here. I don't know how they couldn't make it. So a big thank you to all, and we are looking forward to doing an Extraordinary 2 after this. Thank you so much.
Okay, plot of the movie is very interesting. Actually, this is all about women, and this girl who is a fighter, which I am playing, and she actually takes charge of 10 underprivileged girls, and she, mentors them to be models, and that's her journey all about. And I think it's a very interesting plot, and I believe that I don't think these kind of movies have been made before, like picking up girls randomly and making them into polished models, and then presenting them on the center stage, and and how every girl goes through a lot of struggle, and how she actually realized that as a mentor, and she herself was a model before, and she knows how the pain is. I mean, there's a very interesting backdrop. There is a thriller element also in this story, and what kind of politics goes into this modeling business. Everything is there. It's like a wholesome story, and I think it's a very human story.
But seeing the poster of the movie, the film looks sensual a bit. I mean, so how comfortable were you playing the role?
See, it's not very sensual, but of course it has got sensual elements because it's all about models and their life and glamour and everything. So sensuousness is definitely there, but it's not sensuousness. It's not everything in the film. There is a very big human side of the film where you can discover each girl's struggle, each girl's misery, pain, how she goes through, in her life, how she actually battles through a lot of odds, and then how she gets success. So when you get success, then how she feels that, and she looks back and see that the whole world is like clapping and in front of her, and when she looks back, she sees a whole dark side of the thing. So it's a very interesting contrast, and I think every girl has played their parts very well, and Shunando has picked up girls who doesn't have any experience of acting also, so that becomes a very natural way of discovering. मैं हर रोल में सोचती हूँ मुझे बहुत दिक्कत होगा, क्योंकि मैं हर रोल ही इतना चैलेंज के साथ लेती हूँ, और इस मामले में तो शुनंदो बहुत ही स्ट्रिक्ट था कि आई हैव टू, मुझे बहुत मतलब वो जो एक पर्सनालिटी है, एक जो फाइटर एलिमेंट है अपना, फाइटर एलिमेंट है अपने अंदर में, वो निकलने में थोड़ा बहुत शुनंदो भी मुझे हेल्प किया, और स्क्रिप्ट बहुत ही पावरफुल है, एंड मुझे लगा कि स्क्रिप्ट इतना अच्छा लिखा उन्होंने, इतना अच्छा डायलॉग्स लिखा, और इतना अच्छे से एक लड़की की ज़िंदगी को वो निकल के लेके आया लोगों के सामने, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, और मुझे लगा कि ऐसा रोल्स के लिए मैं डेफिनेटली वर्क करूँगी, और मैं अपना मतलब खुद ज़िंदगी में मैं एक बहुत बड़ी फ़ाइटर हूँ, और वो फाइटर एलिमेंट है मुझ में, सो मुझे ये रोल करने में इतना दिक्कत भी नहीं हुई।
देखा जाए तो ये पूरी तरीके से हीरोइन सेंट्रिक मूवी है। हीरो भी आप हैं और हीरोइन भी आप हैं, तो आपको ऐसा नहीं लगता कि कंधों पे बहुत बड़ा बोझ है आपकी इसको एकदम?
हाँ, मैं बोझ लेते लेते काफ़ी यूज़ टू हो गई अभी, क्योंकि कैलकाटा में बंगाल में इतना बोझ मुझे दिया गया है, और मतलब प्रोड्यूसर्स और डायरेक्टर्स देते ही हैं कि मैं क्वाइट अकस्टम्ड हूँ इसके साथ, लेकिन हिंदी में मेरा इतना लोडेड रोल पहली बार है, बहुत ज़्यादा ही है मेरे ऊपर, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि रोल ही ऐसा है कि लेने से भी उतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं है अगर हम डिलीवर कर सके तो मुझे लगा कि शुनंदो ने इतना अच्छे से वो स्क्रिप्ट को मतलब समीटा, इतना अच्छा से उसको एक शेप दिया, और इतना अच्छे से वो कैरेक्टर्स को भी आगे लेके आए कि मुझे बहुत आसानी हुई है कैरेक्टर पोर्ट्रेट करने में, और लोड तो डेफिनेटली, मतलब इफ़ आई डोंट फील द लोड ऑफ द रोल, वैसे डिलीवरी और परफॉर्मेंस भी नहीं आएंगे। तो मुझे लगता है कि मैं एक परफॉर्मर हूँ, तो हर तरीके से मैं परफॉर्मेंस को जितना मेरा परफॉर्मेंस उभर के आएगी उतना ही अच्छा है।
Last question, but when you compare other films of yours to this film, what do you have to say? What do you have to comment on that?
सी मेरा अभी काफ़ी फिल्म्स अटका हुआ है जो मेरा काफ़ी अच्छा कर सकते हैं मेरे करियर में। एक तो डेफिनेटली SRK बोल के एक मूवी है विनय पाठक के साथ, वार्नर ब्रदर्स की, अजय वर्मा डायरेक्टर है, इलियारा जब म्यूज़िक किया वो, उसके लिए मैं वेट कर रही हूँ। और एक मेरा बहुत अच्छा फिल्म आ रहा है पूरव कोहली हितेन तेजवानी के साथ, तेरे आने से, अग्निदेव चैटर्जी का, वो भी मैं वेट कर रही हूँ। के मेनन के साथ फिल्म है BBD, उसके लिए भी मैं वेट कर रही हूँ। तो इसलिए मेरा करियर के लिए बहुत फिल्म्स है जो मतलब मायने रखते हैं। ये भी ज़रूर एक इम्पॉर्टेंट फिल्म है, क्योंकि इसके अंदर एक जागरण है, मतलब एक ऑल द विमेन आर एक्चुअली शाउटिंग फॉर देयर एग्जिस्टेंस, और मुझे लगता है कि आज की दौर चल रहा है कि महिलाएं ज़रूर शुड कम आउट विद देयर वेंजेंस एंड कम आउट विद देयर एगनी। तो मुझे लगता है कि ये फिल्म वैसे ही एक मतलब डिफरेंट वे ऑफ पोर्ट्रेयल ऑफ विमेंस एगनी एंड एग्रेशन. तो मुझे लगता है ये अगर अच्छे से रिलीज़ होंगे तो, और सॉन्ग्स भी बहुत अच्छा हुआ इसका. रिजू रॉय इज़ द म्यूज़िक डायरेक्टर, शान और महालक्ष्मी ने वॉइस लेंड किया. तो मुझे लगता है कि ये भी बहुत ही एक मतलब एक कहीं पे एक डिफरेंस तो ज़रूर होगा.
Thank you and congrats for doing it.
Thank you. It was great, and I think I have a director with me, and who has directed Extraordinary, and it's a unique concept, and I believe that this kind of movies have not been made before, and talking about sentiment of the ladies, and of course I must say that Shunando has penned a wonderful story, and he has actually brought out the struggle of every woman from different walks of life, and how they actually accomplish themselves to become great success. And he has used me as the catalyst of the film, who actually gets them gets their wishes fulfilled. And obviously this girl also walks through a tightrope, and how she actually gathers everyone together, and she picks up 10 underprivileged girls and mentors them, and teaches them, grooms them, and does everything to make every girl a single identity.
What is the reason to cast Rituparna in the lead?
Undoubtedly, she is one of the best actresses in the country, and a national award winner. And while writing the script only, I thought of her because she is the person who could do justice to the entire role. This was once when I was traveling to Calcutta in Duronto Express. There I saw a few village women walking with their the matkas on their head, and that was looking so beautiful. It looked like a catwalk. So I thought, why not the underprivileged women? I mean, there is this like every woman has this power. So I wanted to bring that out. So I've shown like Rituparna doing the grooming part, and how she handpicks 10 underprivileged women from the society. One being a victim of rape, one can be a girl who comes to a household.
One is a waitress.
One is a waitress. One is a victim of casting couch. So she handpicks 10 of them, makes a group, and calls the group Extraordinary.
Yeah. Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Nari is there.
Nari is like spelled like N-A-R-I. So that way.
Oh yeah, there's so many actually. There's some moments when I interact personally with every girl and finds out their agony and aggression in life. So there are beautiful moments where they break down, and they try to just leave the place and go, and I just try to bind them together and get them together. So this is the power, this is a force, this is a spirit, and I think this is very usable in our lives also. It's not like a film is made only to see the film and just have the feel of it and go, but also implement in your own life. So I think we can implement a lot of things from this film, and a lot of moments can be used in our own lives.
The audience is huge. The audience is huge because every character a person can relate with. They are very realistic. An auto rickshaw wala's wife and a doctor's wife can sit together and watch the film and identify themselves. So obviously there is an audience. I mean, mainly the women audience.
Absolutely, yes. They have got, and of course, they have got. Every woman has got some kind of power, some kind of subtle power which we don't know, which we need to tap and discover. So I think through this film there will be a lot of impetus, a lot of spirit, will come across this film to make them absolutely brave, and also become much more confident, and also become much more aware of a lot of things which actually women want to know, they don't know. Because through this film, I think there is a lot of information given for them who can actually come out of the shell and find out their own identity. This is most important. The most important part I want to talk about is the identity part, because every woman is, they just get into the cocoon and they get into the shell, and then to know who they are. So sometimes you need to make them feel that who they are. So this movie will definitely give them their own identification.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, all the films I make, the women are always strong character. मैंने कभी कोई फिल्म नहीं बनाई है जहाँ पे औरत एक कार्डबोर्ड कैरेक्टर निकले स्क्रीन पे. तो ज़रूर अगर इंशाल्लाह इफ़ वी कैन डू अ फिल्म टुगेदर आई विल बी वेरी हैप्पी. एंड बहुत सालों से हमने कोशिश की थी कि हम काम करें. इनफैक्ट हमारी 2-3 मीटिंग्स भी हुई थी मेरे ऑफिस में. बट एज यू नो सिंपल नहीं है आजकल. एक कुछ सीरियस काम हाथ में लो तो फाइनेंशियल भाग जाते हैं. I'm working on 2 projects right now. One is for television, which I'm planning to do with Vinta Nanda's company Third Eye, or it's called Safed Doli. And the film which I'm working on is a biopic on Bhupen Hazarika's life. So अभी देखा जाएगा. सुनंदो and I wrote the script together. अभी 8 महीने तो उसी में गया मेरा. कौन सा एक्टर आ जाए तब हम लोग शुरू करेंगे.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.